so now we're gonna try our first full song. We've been doing exercises right now, learning the pitches open D string, open A, G, F sharp, and E, respectively, of course, based on what instrument you're playing and the fingerings for those. So now we're gonna combine all those pitches together and play an actual piece. Now it's a very short excerpt of the full piece. It's an American folk song, 1.15, Don't Tell Aunt Rhody. Now before we begin, of course, we want to identify a few things. Time signature, make sure it's the right clef that you're reading in. And how many measures? What's the rhythm? How many rests are there in each measure? What ending do we have? Is there a repeat sign or a final bar line? So those are some things to identify first before we actually begin. Now that you've identified those parts, let's go ahead and review the pitches. We have F sharp, E, D, and G. Not in that order, of course, but you are playing in some sort of order and some sort of rhythm. Let's first just kind of sing the note names. So we're going to do that singing thing I taught you in the last video and see if that will help us identify the pitches and the rhythm at the same time, because you're singing it like it's supposed to be played. All right, so let's take a look at 1.15, Don't Tell Aunt Rhody. And let's go over first the melody based on the pitches and the fingerings you're going to use on the viola. And I want you to do this in guitar position. All right, if you don't want to do a guitar position, that's up to you, but I think this is a little bit easier, especially for those out there that have started on guitar, ukulele, or instruments like this. Now, the first pitch we are playing on measure 1 is F sharp. How many fingers on what string? Should have 2 fingers on the D string, okay? Then you have a quarter rest. Next you have another F sharp. That's the same fingering. Even though it doesn't have an accidental next to it, because F sharp was already written in before in the measure, it continues to stay F sharp for the rest of the measure until a new measure begins on the next bar line. After that F sharp, we play, finally, an E, and that's first finger on the D string. So let's try singing that part right there. I'm going to give you a pitch to sing with, F sharp, and let's singer it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, E. Notice I get my finger down on the rest. I didn't lift my fingers up. I was already prepared to play F sharp again. Let's try it again. This time, I want you to pluck it and sing it and finger along. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, E. All right, so that's measure 1. Measure 2 is the next little section of pitches and notes, and we're playing open D. Now, we know it's an open string because there's a 0 above it. And when there's a 0 above it, that means you don't use any fingers. So there's got to be an open string. In this case, we have our open D string. Let's pluck and sing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, D, rest. Okay, so now let's try measures 1 and 2, starting on F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, E, D, D. Let's try it again. 2, 3, 4. F sharp, E, D, D. And that's measure 1 and 2. Let's continue on to measure 3. What are the pitches on measure 3? First finger on the D string, E, then a quarter rest. 2 fingers on the D string, F sharp. And then finally we go up to the higher pitch, G, 3 fingers on the D string. Now, is the melody going up or down just by looking at it? If we looked at measure 1 and 2, the melody started at F sharp and we brought it down to an open string D. The pitch went down. Okay, now we're going the opposite direction? Yeah, we're starting on E, go up a pitch, F sharp, and go up one more pitch, and that's G. You'll see the pitch or hear the pitch go up. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, rest. F sharp, G. So we're adding fingers making the string shorter, hence making the pitch also higher. Okay? Let's look at measure 4. What are the pitches? Let's play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, E, D, rest. And you can see that now measure 3 and 4, the melody goes up and then it goes down. You can connect the note heads by connecting the dots, if you will, and you'll see that it goes up and down like a wave. And if you do that for all the 4 measures, it'll make a wave going down, a wave going down, up, and then down. Let's try the whole thing. Finger it and pluck. Or if it's too hard to pluck, just finger along and sing. F sharp, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, rest. F sharp, E, D, rest. D, rest. E, rest. F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D, rest. All right, now let's try just playing it in shoulder position with your metronome set at 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4.